Once again, Review Energy is landing in Bucharest in the second edition of Energyear Eastern Europe. And of course, we are talking about energy transition, clean energy, and we are talking with the most important companies, not only in Europe, but also in Romania. I have the pleasure today to say hello to Rubén Valiente. He is a managing director at Maxxen. Welcome to our microphones again, Rubén.
Thank you, Paola. Pleasure being here with you again.
And it's always a pleasure for us also having you here with us. Rubén, I want to start talking about the whole panorama in Eastern Europe. What are the most important challenges and opportunities that you can see for the region, and how is shaping this development of projects here, especially for the energy storage sector?
Yeah, sure. I mean, challenges probably are the same like everywhere else. I mean, permitting and licensing projects is always normally the bottlenecks of all the different project developments that any generating asset has. The same is applying with batteries. Even though I've spoken with different customers who say Romania particularly has a really nice regulation framework which is actually helping getting projects connected in a better way than in other markets. But that's clearly one of the challenges that we can see. Opportunities, also the same like I could see everywhere. Batteries have a tremendous potential for a business case in many markets. And Eastern Europe, and particularly Romania, I would say, is within the top 3 of the markets where the business case of batteries makes more sense in the whole Europe. So the opportunity is really great, and we are in a place where the deployment of batteries in the coming years is going to be tremendous because it makes perfect economic sense.
Yeah. And actually, beyond those opportunities, how is the company preparing for example, this market here, and in terms of, for example, regulations, technological, and how you because I know you have also some offices here, and you are like the new player in the energy storage.
Yes.
But how do you see it from your perspective?
Sure. I mean, we are a European manufacturer to start with. We are headquartered in Switzerland, and then we have offices in Amsterdam, in Zurich, and Istanbul. We have our production facility in Turkey. From our factory to where we are standing right now, it takes literally less than a day by truck to bring any energy storage solution that we may produce from our factory. So when we are saying how we can actually promote our solutions in the market, clearly distance is a big factor. We are Europeans to supply in Europe. In a very, very short distance, we can actually be deploying batteries wherever we want, particularly where we are standing right now. I think one of the things which are really critical nowadays and we are not realizing is all the software platform that comes behind any hardware that we are installing in our grid infrastructures. And we need to be extremely careful. And Europe is doing a very good job at regulating what happens with the security and the privacy of the data. I'm not saying it's the best regulation ever and that it's perfect, but it really makes the difference with respect to other markets where maybe this is not so much controlled, and you really have in your hands, in your grid, assets which are going to be generating one of the most precious aspects of your economy, which is energy. So you really need to be very sure that everything that you connect to the grid is extremely secure. And in that respect, we can be also priding ourselves to say we are fully European. We have fully standardized European platform hosted in Switzerland, probably one of the most secure regulations for this. And yeah, that's probably not only applicable to Romania. All over Europe, we should maybe promote solutions, at least on the software side, which are clearly European.
Very important what you said, local product for Europeans.
Absolutely. That's what we also try to promote.
And Rubén, talking about the future, what are those initiatives that the company has to promote this and accelerate this growth that is having currently here in Eastern Europe or in Romania specifically?
Yeah. I mean, batteries nowadays make a business case by default. Cost of batteries have decreased tremendously in the last years. Today there is a clear business case. The fundamentals are there, and you want to have batteries to capture the best price in the market. Hardware is very important. Of course, software is also very important. But there is one piece missing, which is financing, right? Everything costs money and you need to raise money. And there is also a lot of doubts whether those batteries are going to be running for the long term, if they're going to be performing the way how you as a manufacturer are promising in your warranty documents. One of the reasons why we are headquartered in Switzerland is quick access to the capital markets. One of the business models we are promoting is battery as a service. Instead of selling the battery like any other hardware manufacturer and then you just get paid and then you have a paper behind guaranteeing what the warranty will be, imagine that instead of doing that, you have the asset finance for 10 or 15 years by the manufacturer himself, like the lease of a car. And then you have complete alignment of incentives, because if you don't perform, if the battery is not working appropriately, you will not pay me the lease of the product. So then there is complete alignment of you wanting the battery to work perfectly and then in the long term, and me willing to do the same, so I also get paid in this revenue model. So it's one of the things that I think we're going to be innovating in the market. It's coming very soon. We have structured it very nicely for behind the meter applications, and we are starting to do the same also for in front of the meter applications, whereby we will provide the finance and all the long-term service agreements, including with the lease fee for up to 10 to 15 years.
Oh, very great. Well, and last but not least is this huge event, like the second edition of this Energyear. How you see it from the sector? How contributes this dialogue and the networking for the sector? How do you see it from your perspective?
I'm actually very positively surprised. I wasn't in the event last year, so I cannot comment on that, but I can say this year the level of the persons and the networking opportunities we have are really great. I'm actually enjoying very much with talking with many different stakeholders, a lot of potential customers, of course, competitors too, and that's absolutely fine. But this is a good place to come and talk and exchange ideas and do business. Happy about being here.
Well, that means that we will see you in another events the next year.
For sure.
Well, Rubén, thank you so much for being here, sharing your knowledge and your experience in Maxxen with us, and we hope to see you very soon again.
My pleasure, Paula. Thank you very much.